All right, we got the windows to put in the car. We're going to try to put the back window in the car. I'm not a window guy, but I'm going to do it anyways because I'm not scared. We're just going to put the back window in it. We're going to urethane it in it. Colton's going to have to tear off I'm going to ask Colton to tear off all the tape to the back window. We'll get the back window prepared. I'm going to run some tape around the back window so we don't get urethane on the paint. And then we're just going to go from there. So feel free to throw in some comments. Feel free to like, share, comment, whatever you want to do. Queen Jolene's on the camera. Colton's on taking the tape off the window. And the windows are starting to go in. We're going to finish this bad boy. We're going to put the windows in. We're going to get the interior done. We're going to finish this bad boy this week. I'm done with this car. I want to do something else. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some tape around the back window. Just so we want to do something, we can. Without getting urethane all over the car. Now, this window, when we took it out, it did not come out. It did not come out with urethane. It had a rubber around it, and we're using urethane to put it back in. I'm thinking urethane's fine. And I'll tell you why I think it's fine. Because the front window was in with urethane. Front windows go in with urethane. This one was not. But they are. They is. Let's do this. So we've got the back window. We'll get the back window in first. And then we'll go for more windows after that. This is what I'm going to do. Instead of, that's got some angles to it. Around there, I'll use some fine line tape around that one there to tape that one off. Colton was telling me this morning, he read some comments on his paint job on the bumper, saying that he had some, what they call it?
I thought that guy was using a rattle can.
Using a rattle can. Well, I explained something to him, very simple this morning. As he, people knock him for the way he was painting. Like I told him, there's many different ways people paint, there's not just one way to paint something. And as he painted that bumper, he painted it his way. And his bumper looked just as good as my bumper every day of the week. So if you think that there's only one way to do something, you're wrong. And the way Colton painted the bumper was his way. And I did not mind it because it turned out just as good as what I painted. So you really have to stop and think about that for a second. Does it matter how we painted it, as long as it turned out good? Good, the way it should look. Does it matter? No, it does not matter. And I'm telling you that, it does not matter how you painted that bumper. And the reason being is, it turned out good. If it didn't turn out good, well then you have to stop and think about it. That's right. But he had success. I was happy with it, so that's all that matters. And if you paint different than us or different than Colton, and you get an excellent job, it does not matter. Like you did a good job. It does not matter. You do not have to beat someone up because they did not do something the way you do it. Like I said, I'm taking this off for the simple reason because I don't want to get urethane on the car. Windows are going in. No matter if it's right or wrong, windows are going in.
Just can't put them in backwards.
Put them in backwards?
I said we just can't put them in backwards.
Well, we can, but it won't work. Just use that for around the corner there because it bends easier. And then there was another comment that, you know, made all the sense in the world why I wanted to chop this car. He said he's been doing glass for 40 years, and the people doing glass would not want to touch this car when someone chopped it. And the reason being is because of the glass. And that's the reason why I wanted to do this car, is to show that it can be done. You don't see many cars like this chopped. There's a few out there. There's one actually out there chopped like this. I don't know how they did the front window. They did not show the process. They did not show how long it took, but it is a beautiful looking car, that's for sure. It's got flames on it. It's got a nice paint job on it from what I see, you know. But I'm just kind of wondering how they did their window. Did they cut it? Did they sink it? Did they plexiglass it? I know the back glass they changed. And that's up to them. You're allowed to do anything you want to. We did not change the back glass. We used what we had. But this definitely is a car that you do not want to chop, or most people do not want to chop, because of the glass. And that's why I wanted to chop it, because of the glass. Now, we got that taped off. I'm going to put tape here. Could not get any urethane at the glass store. Could not get any urethane. They would not sell me any urethane, and the reason for that, they had tips. They only got 2 tips with 8 tubes of. They only had a few tips, and they did not want to sell me a tip and some urethane, so I had to go to my local Napa store, and they had it, and that's what we're going to use. The local Napa store urethane. I'm going to check that out. Does that need to come off? I guess that needs to come off. There's a little pop bottle thing there, or can thing there. Pull that off. We'll have to put a hole in that, and we'll cut the ends and make it do its thing. First, we're going to do something to the glass. We have not got any suction cups or anything like that. I hope we don't get into it on the side of it. Hope not. See what happens. How's it looking, Cote?
Glass.
Like glass?
Like glass.
Now, on this glass, I want to get it cleaned off the best I can. What's going to happen is I'm going to run some tape around the edge of this glass, and I'm going to sand it. I guess, but. And then I'm going to make a black perimeter all the way around it. So when we put the urethane in around the back window part and it sticks to the glass, you're not going to see it like it all up and down and all that stuff. We want to make it look straight. Let's get this stuff off. We haven't got much time. We only got an hour. We got longer than that, but we want to get something done. For the people at home that are watching, we thank you for coming back to watch. We appreciate it.
Yes.
We appreciate your time. Hope you appreciate ours. The entertaining Hiltz Auto Co. Building custom cars one step at a time. That's all we can do. Get this stuff off here as quick as possible. Back glass is what?
Back glass is tempered.
You got her, bye. You got her.
Just take me into
Huh? You got her.
That old camera there gets me on the spot sometimes.
No.
No?
Don't worry about the camera. It's got nothing to do with it. Knowing your stuff is what's got to do with it. That's it. Knowing your stuff is tempered.
Tempered.
Now he knows. I've actually taught the young man something. Like I said, how do you teach somebody if you don't know nothing? Well, I know the back glass is tempered, and I'm sharing it with him.
And I'll take it.
You'll take it. All right. There you go. There's some more back glass. But we need to do that, so to get the glass in it, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to put the glass in this car. We're going to put every piece in it. Let's flip it over.
1 second, I'm not all the way off here.
Let's flip it over. You take the glass up because we did not want to burn it with the welder. When you're welding around glass, it'll burn right into it. So that's what you gotta be careful of. That's what we did not want.
Man, that's sticky.
Colton's birthday is April 10th. If you're thinking of a gift, ooh. He likes cherry-filled vapes.
It's cherry filled vape.
See people on there making fun of Colton, how he was using the brush, painting the floor. I asked him to do that so he wasn't going to get stuff all over the car doing this. I didn't want that. I just wanted it to go easy and not get stuff all over the car. So I asked him to do it that way. Also, with the glass, when we go to make the front glass, there was a good suggestion, and I even took it and listened to it for a bit. They said, make the glass bigger than the buck. That way there, you have enough glass when you go to cut it. There's enough glass when you go to cut it. It doesn't have to match up exactly. So that means that if this was the buck, and I cut a piece of plexiglass bigger than this, so if you can picture the front glass, if I made it that long, or made it that long so it was longer, you have to think, where am I going to get the clamp that's going to go that far in and then clamp it to the window? Because it has to be clamped down, because when plexiglass cures, it wants to twist and go all over the place. That's why the buck is in place, and that's why we're clamping it down. So you really have to, well, you don't have to, but that's what I'm thinking. How would I clamp it at the corners if it's too far away? We're just going to have to make the glass a little bit bigger and then do it again. And I have confidence in it right now. And the reason being is, when we did it the last time, we kind of got it figured out. We have to wait till it droops almost in place before we pull it out. And that's the end of it. And that's okay. We'll just make it a little bit bigger. We'll make sure that we try the buck with the glass next time. I don't know if we'll put you through it again or not next time. I think we'll maybe just do it. I'm not sure. It'll all depend up to Jolene. Because there's a lot of people that get bum hurt when they watch that stuff. And all it does is make the ratings go high, sky high. Some people get it and some people don't. And the ones that don't, thanks for coming back. Let's do this. Get a little glass. We get a little glass cleaner. Here's your rag there. I'm going to get some glass cleaner. We'll clean that piece of glass up. I think I got some. Is this Bon Ami glass cleaner? Let's do that. Haven't got any Windex right at the present moment. Or not much. We've used it. Washy washy. I don't know if it matters about the outside, if it's clean or not. It matters about the inside. Mm-hmm. What I'm thinking is this little lip right here is where we want to get it clean. Let's get a razor blade. Wow, dirty. You're dirty, Gertie.
Dirty.
Dirty. Gotta clean the old crap off the best we can. I'm not a glass guy, but I'm not scared to tempt it. Neither should you be. Let's flip this bad boy over. Nice piece of glass, isn't it?
It is.
Nice. Gonna look nice in the car.
Dude.
You can clean this side, Colin, if you want to spray it down.
Why not?
Or,
Where'd you put that bottle?
Right on the
stuff?
floor. Actually, if you want to grab a razor blade and scrape it down like I am, first, that would be, we don't want to really clean it after, we want to clean it before to get it in there. I don't know what that stuff is, it really sticking on
You
there.
put a little bit of that glass cleaner on, it comes off easier.
That's what we'll do then.
Hit this edge for me, would you? That's way easier.
Basically, you want to get the edge cleaned up nice. And the reason for that is because that's where the urethane's going. On this edge too, Colton. I guess another thing too, with us doing it the way we do it, you can actually see how long it can take to do something. We're not hiding any steps. We are doing it live and how long it takes. That's what we're doing. That's one thing a lot of shows don't do, is actually show you the full process of how long something takes or what it takes to get it done. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind watching shows that do not show you what it takes, how long it takes. I don't mind watching that. And the reason being is you watch TV all the time. But this show shows you exactly what it takes. You can respect it, you can dislike it, as long as you keep coming back. Right, Colton?
Yep.
Just keep coming back. How you feeling this morning, Jolene? Says she's feeling good. Change your mind about driving the car? You would drive it? That a girl. She said she would drive it. She's not scared. Not scared. All right, let's wipe that bad boy down. You can always wash it after it gets in there, but we want to clean it up somewhat the best we can before it goes in there so it looks good. Now, as you look at this glass, or as I look at this glass, there's a lot of scratches and things have gone over the years. You know, the winter time, you get out with the scraper and you scrape the window down to get your ice off and all that stuff. This glass has really, you know, has had juice, and you can see it. When we do the plexiglass, it does look better than the old glass. But the only problem with it has to fit. Or you must quit. No one told them when the glove gets wet, it shrunk, eh? Crazy, huh? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Huh? No one told them that when something gets wet, a piece of leather, when it gets wet, it shrinks. No one said that. Crazy. And they had the biggest, best forensic people there going, and no one come up with the glove shrunk. Hard to believe. Hard to believe.
The glove shrunk.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, let's face it.
And one single pubic hair fragment cracked this case wide open. Right?
I'm not sure what you just said, but
Forensic files.
all I heard was pubic hair.
Forensic files.
Forensic files.
So I was talking about forensic files. That's how they discuss things.
Pubic hair?
Well, it's DNA, I guess. One single pubic hair fragment cracked this case wide open.
Scrape this window down, by.
You would have got away with it too if it wasn't for that.
Don't. Around the edge is going to have to be.
I like that stuff.
What, this bone glass cleaner?
Yeah, it works good. Good.
Good. Going to be the cleanest this glass has been in since 1960. I'll let Colton get the rest of it. I'll wipe it off. Looking clean, isn't it?
Just coming clean.
Beautiful.
There's bugs on here from 1960.
Can you see scratches in the glass?
A little bit. Nothing that's not
Have you got
normal.
your contacts in, your glasses on?
I got my contacts in.
Well, come here. Can you see scratches all through the glass?
Yes.
There you go. So if someone complained about seeing something in a piece of plexiglass, well, you'll have to look at your real glass. And I think you can polish this up to make it look better, just like anything else. But it has got... Okay. I'm thinking that we're almost there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a perimeter on the glass that's black. So when we stick when we put the urethane around the window, the urethane doesn't go, you see that in the glass. We want a nice clean glass look. I'm going to run, where did I put my tape? I put it over there? Yeah, I did. I'm excited to start something different, and that's why I want to get this done. We're going to finish this car this week, one way or the other. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to run tape around it like this.
I guess you've got all the tape, huh?
You can run that. Well, I suppose you don't have to run fine while you grab another piece of tape, Colton, another roll of tape. I might get it done before you get tape. Nope, I don't want that stuff. Got my jean. It's all right, just stick with me.
That roll went down.
That roll went down.
Yep.
I'm sticking this on here because this is going to be the distance that I'm going to use around, or this is the distance I'm going to black out around the window. I couldn't get any of the the glass, I don't know what it's, primer, I guess you call it, the glass primer. Couldn't get any of that. That's not what I'm going to leave like that. I'm going to do that. We'll just keep going here for a second, and then we'll deal with it in a second. And that's why I use fine line tape on things, to see how it's, you know, we're shrinking the tape, obviously, going around the corner. And this 3/4 inch doesn't like it. So, take that tape, follow that line. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
just follow that line, match it up with that, and then go all the way around it. So if that's not where it's supposed to be, so I'm going to take my fine line tape and do this. Go around this, make a nice line.
This way. This way.
Kind of big, but I'm going to go with it. Right there, we don't have that. What about this?
I'll fix it when I get back.
Can't have that. Don't want. Can, but you see, old buddy. Let me see, old buddy. Just don't want to have wrinkles in it because we're going to spray it. And all that is, Colton can do it, that's for sure. But I've taped more, that's all. And that's why I'm grabbing hold of it and I'm going to tape it. Simple as that. So Colton knows exactly what to do now when we're using the tape that's underneath for a line. That's what I'm using it for, is a line. Get off. Can't take the tape off if I can get. Now, if the camera wasn't up, Colton would actually do this, obviously. But we're trying to get it done.
Everything's good, man.
What?
Everything's good.
Good, as long as you understand. I use the fine line tape around the corners because now I guess I still got a straight line going there. Right? All right, let's rip off this tape, that tape. Jolene's just cringing inside. Tape? I'm thinking that we probably should put a piece of paper on it. Let's grab a piece of paper and grab a couple pieces of paper and we'll tape this window up. We're going to end up, I'm going to take a scratch pad and go around that. So this is going to be our line that we're going to prime. I haven't got any glass primer, so I'm going to use primer for the car. Black primer for the car. Have a little scratch pad. Probably need 2 pieces. You just lay that on there and grab another piece, Colton. Please and thank you.
Yep.
Grab a pair of scissors so we can cut it.
A little long one, but
Well done, well done. Just do this. We haven't got any suction cups to put the paper or hold the glass. Colton suggested the plunger in the house, and I said, well, I just used that thing the other week, so I don't think we want to do that. Cut it off like that. You can lay that paper on there if you want to. Just gonna hold it tight to that one. To that line there. Make sure it covers it. Let me cut this right here. Let me cut this off, and then we'll. So I can see it. That's all. Take that off for a sec. So I can see it. Untape it. What you have to do, what I would like to see done, Colton, and I'll let you do it.
we get that tape on there. Wait,
Tape. Okay, tape this. You got a good taping line there now. You know what I'm trying to say, and that's where you want to put it. Get your taping line. Good taping line in it.
Sure is.
Yeah, I'll cut it. Run you some tape. Run some tape. The reason we're taping the window off is because we're going to prime the outside edge, and I just don't feel like we just cleaned the window, so. That's good enough, as long as you get your paper. Rip it off, rip the tape off. Atta boy, atta boy. Every time you change something on an old car, it just actually snowballs into more. Like if you want to change and chop the roof, well, you got to change the windows, then you got to change the garnish moldings, then you got to change. It's just everything's got to be changed once you change something. That's the fun about customizing, I guess, is using your brain to figure it out, and that's what I enjoy. We were trying to figure out some stuff this morning, and I had fun with Colton and Jolene. They were explaining stuff to me that I didn't figure out yet. It was fun, wasn't it? Huh? Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah.
What's that?
I'm covering right now.
Wherever the tape goes, wherever the paint won't. I don't think that, man, we're not going to get no paint down that far. You okay now?
Right over here at the green.
Go for it.
Is that okay? No,
That's
fine.
fine.
That's fine.
I can just do this then.
Straighten it up.
Yes. Straighten her out if you want me to straighten her out for you.
Might as well. Just right here. A little piece of tape.
That's fine. You need a little piece of tape?
Might as well.
Put it on.
Might as well.
All right, now we're going to take that scratch pad. I'm going to give that to Colton. Got to get him to do something. You're going to scratch pad this up. It's going to scratch the glass, I guess, somewhat. See if it can happen.
Just this one side?
Just this.
Obviously, yes.
The inside, yep. Scratch it up quickly as possible. That's the way we like to do things, quickly as possible. And right, so we got tape around the window. Reason being is we're going to squirt urethane in there, and I don't want urethane coming out on the paint. It's hard to get off. Once something is stuck on with urethane, look out. I do know that. Primer. Just going to use some one-step automotive self-etch primer. That's all I'm going to use. And it's black. I don't know if that scratch pad is scratching that window at all. I do not know, but we're trying to make it scratched. Put a piece. Got it?
Yep. Trying to straighten that corner up.
What's that, sweetheart?
Should we move it back this way before you start?
Yeah, let's move back that way, Colton. In towards the door a little bit, get away from the car.
You put a blanket over it, maybe? Yeah.
Race car.
Right. Don't spray this way. You probably know.
Well, it got that far to go underneath. We have to go quite a ways.
Yeah.
I'll put a light coat on. I think everybody knows by now, or should know. I don't want to really spray that way. Everybody should know. Stand in front of it, yeah. Everybody should know by now, I guess. A light coat first. That way there will maybe let it stick. I'll let that dry a little bit. I'm hoping that the distance that we have with the 3/4 inch tape is enough. I'm hoping. I don't want the urethane to come out over that, but if it does, you'll see it on the inside the window, obviously. I think anybody can understand that. And the reason that we're using this is because this is what we have, and I could not buy the stuff you dip in the, it's like it's a chemical, I guess. They told me they couldn't sell chemicals. It wasn't like I was going to ingest it. It was I was going to use it. But they have a little ball on it. It's a glass primer. And you run the ball. You could have ran it around with your finger all the way around and then did it that way, but did not have it. So this is what I'm using. Race car.
Use what you got.
Basically, why not?
Yep.
Don't let anything hold you back. If you want something, use what you got. It's like your paint job. Who says if you were doing it right or not? It matters what it what it looks like in the end. What it looks like in the end. And what I'm saying is, if you look at that bumper on your end that you painted, and you look at the bumper end that I painted, can you see the difference?
No.
Well, there you go. Then you're fine then. In my opinion. In my opinion's like like a belly button. Everybody's got one. Probably should have taped that down. Probably I should have.
Is it that on the back side of it?
I doubt it. We're spraying down on the top side of it. Spraying down like that, it's pretty hard to go down and up. Be an awful good spray can if it did, though. Wouldn't it, honey?
All down and around.
You want to put a little tape on that, Colton? Just run some tape on this piece here, just to keep it down. A little piece here and there, that'd be fine. That'd be all. Let that dry. Rip it off and then put it on. Rip it off, then put it on. That way you have less chance of ripping the paper. Right?
Right. I hear you, man.
This primer dries very fast. This is lacquer primer. I'm going to spray it at me. Got Gambino shirt on today. Alex Gambino.
Obviously, if that came out.
All right, we'll let that dry. Yeah, we'll let that dry. Back glass is going in. Then we got the side doors to go in. I'm thinking that the side glass, this is what I'm going to do for you. Save it, she says, save it. What I'm thinking, or what I'm hoping is, I'm hoping that the side glass will go back in, the back glass we'll have to make, and the front glass we're going to have to make. But we're going to put all the glass back in it. Every piece. So, when we look at this window, it's in the car, there's going to be a black stripe all the way around it, as we just sprayed it on there. We're going to leave that like that. And hopefully that's to hide the urethane that's underneath of it. Let's get the urethane going. A little bit of watching, Colton, but it is what it is. It's called learning process.
Learning, man. That's why I'm watching you.
I do not know.
Listening.
Right on. I do not know. I do not know. I shouldn't say what I don't know. I should say what I do know. I can take this off. Well, it seems like I do. Yep. I don't know if I need that or not.
I'll give you
I want the urethane to stand up. You know, I've seen other glass people do it. I want the urethane to stand up. What I mean by stand up, I don't want it just a little bead in there. I want it to stand up as high as I can for across the back. I'm not sure across down here. I'm not sure, but we'll see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this bad boy off. I don't want quite a wide. I don't want it small. I want it wide, I think. I'm going to do that. Just, yeah, I have to put, whatever, yeah, you're fine. Now, what I've seen...
In case you want to wipe your finger off or something, I don't know.
What I've seen is this piece here cut so I can get it to stand up. I don't know if I got that cut like I want it. Yeah, what I'm thinking is, when I squirt that on, that stuff's going to come out the end of that and it's going to let it stand up. Got to poke a hole in that bad boy. Can we pause? I think Colton's having a nervous pee and I'm next. Okay. Geez, I went out to have a nervous pee. I wonder why I was itching a little bit. I had a dryer sheet. All right. Had a dryer sheet. Well, you know, the stuff's washed. I can't complain. Stuff's been washed.
No static.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to poke this bad boy. Nope, that's not long enough. Shouldn't probably use my screwdrivers, but I do. I use it. Don't matter. It does matter, but. Alrighty. Now, what I'm going to tell you is that I don't do this all the time. Now, scratch pad, Colton.
Good question.
That little scratch pad you had. Let's just run around that. Just kind of give that. Don't go outside, obviously, of the tape. Go on.
Want to hold that or keep that on you?
I don't want that on the car is what I don't want. That stuff gets on the car, it's deadly. So you're just going around that and scratching that quickly. Put a little pressure on it. Scratch it up. Scratch it up, man.
Here?
No.
Come on, man.
You want that right behind the ear? This stuff is deadly. Get it on you, it's hard to get off. You want to stick a molding on a car that's doesn't want to play right. That's the bad boy.
Safe.
Just scratch it up, be fine. That's all I'm asking. And then we'll blow it off. Or we'll wipe it out with a rag. We'll put a little little of this on it. So you're the glass guy's helper, see? You're the glass guy's helper.
For
Every
today.
glass guy needs a helper.
For today.
And then I'm going to want you to take this with a little bit of Windex and just wipe it around and take the dirt off it.
Yep.
It's like anything, I'm just trying to think about making it stick. Not sure if it should be sanded or it shouldn't be sanded, what it should be, but I'm thinking if you want it to stick, you would sand it. You can see the difference? See how dull that is compared to what the paint looks like? That means he's got it sanded. That's a good thing. Put the back window in today. Then it's going to be side windows, and then it's going to be the front window. Me and Jolene are going to have to go for an hour drive or a little better. And we're going to pick up some more plexiglass. We're going to buy one sheet because it's only going to take one take. Isn't it, baby? One take. Jolene said it better. And what we'll do is we'll just make the glass pattern a little bit bigger than the buck. That's the end of it. Make the glass
And that'll
pattern.
be the end of it.
What?
And that'll be the end of it.
And that'll be the end of it. That looks much better in there, blacked out. Much better. Much better.
Right
Much
there.
betterest. Much betterest. Just gonna wipe that bad boy out. Just wipe the dirt out. That's all I'm asking. Not sure if it's going to take 1 tube, 2 tubes of urethane. What it's going to take? Not sure yet. Not sure
Couple
yet.
tubes.
And we have not got any suction cups to do that with, so we're probably going to, I'm not sure what's going to happen. You have to stay tuned and watch, won't you? And all I'm going to do is wait for the color to go away on that, and then I know the
Try.
Windex is dry. Good job. I like how quick you done it. That's what I like.
Quick. Quick,
Yes.
quick, 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 quick.
Alrighty. I think I'm going to start across the back and see what happens.
Sometimes a little too quick leads me to disaster.
That's with all of us, buddy. That's with all of us.
Here we go.
We want that to stand up for that glass.
We're gonna have a back window in this afternoon.